Hi everyone, I'm Jacqueline from Reiman Gardens, and I am bringing you a story time today from my own backyard because we are staying home and I'm doing some work, and we're going to do a fun story time because I really miss seeing all of our volunteers and all of my friends who come to story time for Caterpillar Club at Reiman Gardens and who come to other programs there. So we're going to do a program right here. I have some helpers today. This is Oscar and Helena. We'll be right back in a minute. That's Helena. And we also have another special helper today. This is Piggy. Piggy is our guinea pig, and she's going to help us today with our story called Nibbles, a Green Tail. And after we read our story, we're going to find some extra special treats, and I think you'll find out what I'm talking about. Okay, so they start out, look at all the pictures of guinea pigs in boxers. I love this book. So this is Nibbles, a Green Tail by Charlotte Middleton from Marshall Cavendish Children's Publishers. And we appreciate their permission and support to do this story time. If there was one thing Nibbles loved, it was soccer. Or loved more than soccer, it was eating dandelion leaves. He ate dandelion leaves at breakfast time, at lunchtime, and at dinner time. And if Nibbles felt hungry in between meals, he ate more dandelion leaves. But it was not just Nibbles who liked dandelion leaves. Mr. and Mrs. Nibbles liked them, his sister liked them, his friends liked them. In fact, every guinea pig in Dandyville loved dandelion leaves. And you can see all the munch, 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 nibble, nibble. Sit down, please. Thank you. Look at, there are hills covered with dandelions all over. All day long, the happy sound of munching and nibbling filled the air. Until, that is, dandelion leaves began to run out. Dandelion dishes were taken off the menus and dandelion drinks disappeared from the shelves. It says, that sign says, dandelion juice, sold out. Menu today, carrot and lettuce wrap on a bed of dandelion leaves, except they crossed out dandelion leaves and they replaced it with cabbage. And instead of dandelion and broccoli quiche, they had to have cabbage and broccoli quiche. The last few leaves could be bought on the internet for a huge amount of money. It says, bid now, organic juicy dandelion leaves, size approximately 5 by 1 inches. Oh man. So soon, the worst thing imaginable happened. All over town, the dandelions had been munched to nothing. No more than bitten down stalks, and the guinea pigs had to make do with chewy cabbage instead. Just one dandelion was left, but nobody knew about it, except Nibbles. It happened to be growing right outside his bedroom window. Look, here's his bedroom window, and there's the dandelion, and here's Nibbles, and he sees it. Nibbles' mouth watered at the sight of it, but he knew he must not eat it, or let anybody else eat it. Not if it was the last dandelion in town. It might even be the last dandelion in the whole world. He thought hard and decided to go to the library. He borrowed a book called Everything You Need to Know About Dandelions, and he read it very carefully. He found a little cover to protect his dandelion. See, he put the cover right over the top, and there's the dandelion inside. And every day he watered it and picked off the bugs. And every day he was very good about not taking even the tiniest little nibble while he waited and waited and waited. Until finally, his dandelion had grown the most beautiful white head of tiny seeds. Very gently, Nibbles picked it and carried it all the way up Daisy Chain Hill. And when he reached the top, he had just enough puff left to take a deep breath, and the seeds filled the air. Look at all the dandelion seeds. And landed gently all over Dandyville. At first nobody noticed, but soon the new plants started to sprout fresh leaves. Oh, I see new dandelions growing. Look at the guinea pigs, are so excited. And in no time at all, Dandyville was filled with the happy sound of munching once more. As for Nibbles, he still loves playing soccer. Look at all of his guinea pig friends are munching and nibbling on dandelion leaves. But now there's something he loves just as much as eating dandelions. Nibbles loves growing them. Look at, he has 2 beds full of dandelions, and he's watering them, and he's covered them, and he picks them and puts them in his basket. The end. Okay, so we just read Nibbles, A Green Tale by Charlotte Middleton, and she has all these dandelions in here. And right here in our garden, we have a few different things growing. We haven't really planted our garden yet this year because it's still early in the year. It's only April. But I see some things in here that look very similar. In fact, you see this right here? Look at that. That leaf looks just like that leaf. This little garden bed looks very similar to this garden bed. It almost is like this is Nibbles' garden because we have a few dandelions popping up in here. So how about we pick a few dandelions from this garden to feed the piggy? Can you two help me do that?
Sure.
Okay. We'll pick them. We'll pick them and then we'll feed them to her. Okay, Oscar. Oh, look. Look at. She's nibbling on it already. See her little teeth work? See her little nibble, nibble mouth? And look at, Oscar, can you show us Piggy's ears? Where are her ears? And Helena, can you show us her ears?
Sure. Flippy flop.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, we'll pick a few more dandelions here. We'll pick this whole plant.
I'll pick this.
Dandelion leaves are actually something that people can eat too. But a lot of times when you see them in your yard, they have been sprayed with a chemical, with a poison that kills the dandelions, because people usually don't like to have dandelions. So it's never a good idea to just go out to your yard and pick a dandelion and eat it. But these are in our garden where we grow our vegetables and food, and we don't use those kinds of sprays in this part of our garden. So we know that these are okay and these are safe to eat. But we probably shouldn't just go into someone's yard and pick dandelions and eat them or feed them to our guinea pigs. But dandelion leaves are totally edible. There's something that you can eat. All right, let's see if we can find some more to feed the piggy here. This. With this one, we got the whole big root. We see that? This is a good chance to talk about plant parts too. This is called a tap root. When a plant has one big fat root like that, that's called a tap root. And then we have all these green leaves on top that grow like that. And before too long, oh look, you can see already, look at that. The flower bud has already started. This flower bud will start to grow on a stem. See if we can pick that apart. Oh, and look in there. You can even see the yellow petals and the beginnings of the seeds are even all the way down inside there. And look how that looks kind of fuzzy. And look, there's another one. We'll pop that open, and that's just starting to turn a little bit yellow. That's kind of amazing though. Well, these taste extra delicious to guinea pigs. So let's give some more to Piggy here. This pink thing that we have her in here is actually Piggy's house. Sometimes we bring her outside in the summer and we put her on the grass, and guinea pigs like to eat grass too. And we just put the top of her enclosure, the top of her cage on top of her and let her hang out in the grass. And we make sure she doesn't get too hot, and we make sure that she doesn't get that she's safe and that she doesn't get in danger or anything from other animals. But right now, we just have her out here because we don't want her to run around. We want her to stick around so we can take her back inside and keep her safe. Okay, so maybe when you are in your homes, you can, when you go outside and enjoy this nice weather, you can go into your own yard or walk around your neighborhood. See if you can spot some dandelions. We'll take a look at these leaves. see how the leaves are kind of pointy and have those different sections, and it grows in that kind of like a big rosette, kind of grows in a big circle, and it has that taproot. If you could pull up some dandelions out of your yard, I bet your parents would really like that.